New Claude Sonnet 4.6 update free. You're probably using an AI model right now that's already behind, not because it broke, not because it stopped working, because a better one just dropped. And most people have no idea. This happens every few months in AI. Blink and you miss it. Miss it, and you're doing things the slow way while everyone else speeds ahead. The gap between people who stay current and people who don't is getting bigger fast. So today we're breaking down the Claude Sonnet 4.6 update, what's new, what actually matters, and how you can put it to work right now. I'm Julian, and I help people learn and actually implement AI tools in their work. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, I want to tease something I'm going to cover later in this video that most people are completely sleeping on. There's a new feature in this update that literally changes how much work Claude can handle in a single go. If you've ever hit a wall with AI because it couldn't hold enough information at once, stay with me because that's about to change. What is Claude Sonnet 4.6? All right. So Claude is made by a company called Anthropic. They build AI models under the Claude brand. Their model lineup goes Haiku for fast and lightweight tasks, Sonnet for the sweet spot of smart and practical, and Opus for the most complex heavy-duty work. Sonnet 4.6 was released on February 17th, 2026, and it's now the default model on Claude's free and pro plans. That means if you're using Claude right now on the free tier or on pro, you're already getting Sonnet 4.6 without doing anything. Anthropic also upgraded the free tier to include file creation, connectors, skills, and compaction. So even if you're not paying, you're getting more than you did before. The pricing on the API stays the same as Sonnet 4.5, which is $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. So you're getting a better model for the same price. The 1 million token context window I explained, this is the big one. Think of a context window like a desk. Everything on your desk is what the AI can see and work with at once. Old models had small desks. You could only put a few documents on at a time. And if you needed something from earlier in the conversation, it might fall off the edge. Claude Sonnet 4.6 now has a 1 million token context window in beta. 1 million tokens is roughly 750,000 words. That's entire code bases, dozens of research papers, or a long legal contract all on that desk at once. And Claude can reason across all of it. But the key thing Anthropic is emphasizing is that it's not just about holding more. Sonnet 4.6 actually reasons effectively across all that context. Older models would sometimes lose the thread halfway through a long document. That's the problem this solves. And the context window is only one piece of this update. Real-world use cases that actually matter. For anyone doing document work, Sonnet 4.6 matches Opus level performance on something called Office QA, which tests how well a model can read enterprise documents like charts, PDFs, and tables, pull the right facts, and reason from them. Databricks confirmed this in their testing. That's a meaningful upgrade if you're doing any kind of document comprehension work. For front-end design and creative work, multiple early customers independently described the visual outputs from Sonnet 4.6 as noticeably more polished. Better layouts, better animations, better design sensibility, and they said they needed fewer rounds of back and forth to get to something they'd actually use. Triple Whale called it having perfect design taste. That's a strong statement, and it came directly from one of their co-founders. For legal and contract work, Harvey, which is an AI tool built for law firms, said that Sonnet 4.6 was exceptionally responsive to direction, delivering precise figures and structured comparisons. If you're handling contracts or detailed written work, that level of precision matters a lot. For insurance and computer use workflows, a company called Pace said Sonnet 4.6 hit 94% on their insurance benchmark, making it the highest performing model they've ever tested for computer use tasks. That kind of accuracy is important in high stakes workflows. Now, I want to pause here and mention something. When I first started navigating these AI updates, I genuinely didn't know how to evaluate what was worth my time and what was just noise. That's when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Okay, back to the update. Coding and agentic superpowers. If you use Claude for coding, this is a big deal. In internal testing at Anthropic, users preferred Sonnet 4.6 over Sonnet 4.5 roughly 70% of the time in Claude Code, which is Anthropic's command line coding tool. They said it more effectively read the context before making changes, and it consolidated shared logic instead of just duplicating it everywhere. Here's what's wild though. Users actually preferred Sonnet 4.6 to Opus 4.5, which was the top model from November 2025, 59% of the time. The reasons they gave were things like less over engineering, fewer false claims of success, fewer hallucinations, and better follow through on multi step tasks. GitHub said it's already excelling at complex code fixes, especially when searching across large code bases is essential. Replit said the performance to cost ratio is extraordinary and that it handles their most complex agentic workloads well. Bolt said it's becoming their go-to for deep code base work that used to require more expensive models. And Cursor, one of the most popular AI coding tools, said it's a notable improvement over Sonnet 4.5 across the board, including on long horizon tasks and more difficult problems. For agentic work, meaning tasks where AI is running multi-step processes on your behalf, Sonnet 4.6 shows strong planning and long horizon reasoning. Anthropic ran a test called Vending Bench Arena, where different AI models competed to run a simulated business over time. Sonnet 4.6 developed a strategy of investing heavily early and then pivoting to focus on output in the final stretch, and it finished well ahead of the competition. That kind of planning ability matters a lot if you're building or using AI agents. There's also something called context compaction now in beta on the API. This automatically summarizes older context as conversations get long, which effectively increases how much you can work through in a single session, even beyond the 1 million token window. Computer use is getting seriously good. One of Anthropic's signature features is computer use, meaning Claude can actually control a computer like a person would. Click things, type things, navigate software. No special APIs needed. Sonnet 4.6 is a major improvement here. On OS World, which is the standard benchmark for AI computer use and tests real software like Chrome, LibreOffice, VS Code, and more, Claude's Sonnet models have made steady gains since October 2024 when Anthropic first launched this feature. Sonnet 4.6 continues that upward trend. Early users are reporting human-level performance on tasks like navigating complex spreadsheets or filling out multi-step web forms across multiple browser tabs. One thing worth flagging is that Anthropic has also improved resistance to prompt injection attacks, which is when a malicious website tries to hijack Claude's computer use behavior by hiding instructions. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Like button helps more people find this content, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. See you in the next one.